Hey guys, it's me. It's been a while since I have done one of these therapy recaps. So, let's get into it. All right. I had the last time I went to therapy was before Christmas, and now that I am way after Christmas, we decided to do it on the 14th, which was yesterday. But of course, my day yesterday was filled with lots of stress and other things. Lots of things. One of my kids are sick. Had to go get tested for COVID, obviously. She doesn't have it, thankfully. An acute tonsillitis. But we spent a lot of time talking about the guilt over the holidays. I'm notoriously put onto that guilt train, right? Just notoriously. Because I couldn't be there for. No, I didn't want to be there for other people. I had my kids for the majority of the time, but it wasn't as much as I wanted. But I still had them for like 2 weeks. I wasn't supposed to. Their mother kind of got all up in arms about me having them for Thanksgiving because this year it was my time for Thanksgiving and her time for Christmas. But she only had them for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Which, I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you're in a, divorced home. You have to switch holidays. So, we we shared them in that time. But through that entire time, my kids didn't want to go back there. Specifically my oldest. But there was really still nothing I can do. So I felt horribly guilty throughout the holidays of things that I just couldn't do for my kids. I thought that just showering them with money would help, which kind of depleted a lot of my savings, but it's okay. It's something I can't get back. And it did help a little bit. It made their Christmas, here good. But I still, because they weren't here with me on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't. I didn't want to go to family. I didn't want to go to friends. I wanted to sit here. I wanted to play games, put up a couple of videos, just spend the day just with me. I deserve that. I deserve that. Sorry, I had to pause there for a second. I really lost my train of thought. But I didn't want to do anything. I deserved to just have time, right? To myself. And so I took the time. I stood up. I didn't want to go anywhere, even though I was pretty much assaulted with the basics when it came to guilt trip by parents. But I didn't give in. So my therapist thought it was a good thing that I did that. He, was like, good. Take control, which I did my best. And I got some content out, which was nice, and I had lots of peace. I got a lot of stuff done that day. And it really made me think to myself, being alone is not bad for me. Because I always have this mentality with anyone that I'm around, except for kind of my kids. But anyone that I'm around, I tend to cater, you know. And so we talked about that. We talked about the habit that I have to make sure that everybody is taken care of and they're happy, and like I feel like I have to spend time with them, you know? And that kind of goes back to a lot of my relationship issues. With the ex-wife, I gave up huge portions of my mentality and the things that I enjoy just so I could, I don't know, be with her, because I felt like that's what was needed in a relationship. Like I wasn't like connected at her hip, but like I catered to lots of different things, like lots of different things. And like I stopped watching anime. I took my video gaming down to bare minimums. I wasn't, I don't know, but everything that we would do, I tried to put her first. And I kind of did the same with my recent ex as well. Like I wanted to make sure that she was happy, so she got a lot of the things that, you know, that she wanted. But in the same time, me and her had a lot of the same ideas on what we liked, so it was horribly easier to, like, I wouldn't say like fill a void between us, because we both like the same things. But even with her, the one moment that I feel like I gave her leeway, she cheated on me. You know, I gave her space, you know, like, hey, do you want to, that one time I found out that she was cheating on me, I was like, hey, do you want to do something together, or do you want to do separate things today? You know, and I'll just go play video games, you play video games in here, and we're still good. We're still in each other's space, but we're just doing different things. And that's when I found out she was cheating on me. You know, and it really like contradicts a lot of stuff that I've had to deal with. You know, it's like, how much do you give to be enough, and how much do you take away to be enough? There's no leeway. You know, like I don't know what I like. I know I'm stuttering right now, just trying to put frame of thoughts into some sort of words, but it's hard to like I have been called a simp and an incel in the same paragraph, and I don't understand. You know, and it confuses me. You know, I'm called a simp because when I like someone, I tend to do my best for them. I put them on a pedestal if need be. I make sure they're taken care of. You know, I buy them things. I spoil them, basically. Because that's, you know, as my therapist says, it's basically what I wished I would have had happen to me growing up is like I got the very bare minimum when it came to like familial love. So my idea of love is going completely overboard because I never got anything, and it only like affected me more when I still continued to get that sort of love through relationships as I got older, through friends and family and romantic interests and stuff like that. So I get called a simp because I don't want people to feel like I feel. So I just go hog wild in trying to be the best. And then I get called an incel because I'm at a point in my life right now where I want women to be held accountable. Right? Like, stop it. Stop using people. Stop lying. Stop doing all of these things for people that don't care about you. Stop treating people bad because they're not giving you what you want. So you're going to treat them that way. It was, like, I understand nobody's perfect. You know? But so I get called an incel because I just want people to be kind. Like, treat others how you want to be treated, which is what I try to do. Just nobody tends to treat me the way that I treat them. Half the time. And I know I get a lot of flack from some people in my life who are like, oh no, I treat you this way and I do this and this and this. It's hard to quantify sometimes. Because, yeah, there are people in my life that, kind of go above and beyond for me, which is great, and I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. But it's not kind of like hard for me to picture. When you go above and beyond for me, I say thank you and I cherish it and I show it using my actions. It's hard pressed just to get a thank you sometimes. You know? But I think I'm at a point right now where I'm just really done with people. Like, the people who are in my life, hey, that's great. Be in my life. But I'm just done. I'm done putting on this mask so that other people can be happy. There has to be a change somewhere, right? Where I am able to fully be who I want to be without any recourse of anybody else. I don't want love anymore. Because at this point I wouldn't know whether to embrace it or be afraid of it. And I mean, who knows? I'm still only 39. There are lots of things in the world that could happen, but it's harder for guys. It really is. Especially, guys who kind of look like me. It doesn't hurt that my self-esteem is completely in the crapper, but it's okay. Because being alone gives me a lot of time. And the problem is I'm never really alone. I'm not alone. I've got to deal with people that are here when I don't want them to be here. So I have to dictate my life around others. And that's going to make me go crazy. We talked a lot about that. About how to come to an understanding of where I need to be for me. We talked about why I tend to pick people who don't show me who I try to, I don't know, get as much as I give. And I don't. And we believe it really comes to, like, I'm picking women who are like my mother. People who are never satisfied with anything that I've done. People who use me to their own means. People who don't hold themselves accountable. Because, trust me, my mother is like the queen of that. And then I have my daughters. You know, like, how do I raise them in a way to where they can hold themselves accountable, to where they don't treat people how I've been treated? And it's really, that's the difficult part right now. Because, like, my youngest is absolutely the worst when it comes to that. It is just, oh. And I want my kids to realize that telling the truth and being honest with people is the best thing that they could possibly do. And I don't know why that's not going through. I mean, of course, they're still kids, and they have a long way to go. But I don't ever want them to feel like I've felt, or make other people's feel like I've felt. I'm trying to, I don't know, be better. Do better. I need to get a haircut. And it was just that. I felt a lot of guilt. A lot of guilt this year. And I'm just tired. And I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I know who I am. I know what I do. But I still think about her. It is what it is. It's almost time for bed. So rest well, my chickadees, and I will see you on the next one. Okay?